Good evening, everybody. I hope all of you are having a good week so far. For this week's reading, we're going to go back about 3 weeks to the last Sunday in July. This poem came to me as I was sitting on the bus heading into Manhattan, and it's something that's a bit it's something that's close to something that's near and dear to me. And it goes something like this: changing the bed. As the bed wobbles, so does my mind. After 21 years, numerous nights and days of rising and sleeping in comfort, it's time to say goodbye. But how does one replace something that's been a part of daily life? Let alone find something new, with so many options to choose, and more questions arise. Do I want a headboard? For mattress, soft or medium? It's all new to me. Then there's the price tag. As this isn't like my travels, where you see the price tag and then forget it upon taking off. This is a grown-up decision, the first of many to come in the years ahead. Do I know what I'm doing? No. But this much is true, though. The body aches and sleepless nights must go. It's a sign of moving forward in life, small as it may seem. So yes, this poem was written on July 30th, and there was a reason for it. I That Sunday I was heading to the Poetry Society of New York's Poetry Festival on Governor's Island. I knew that there was a open mic stage, the Ring of Daisies, and even though up until that point I never read my poem in front of people before, I figured it was worth a shot. Like, I'm not gonna get. I figure it would be at least a receptive audience, considering the rest of the poetry that was going on around the site that day. So as I was on the bus. I had plenty of time to kill between Queens and getting to the very edge of Manhattan at Battery Park City. And the I know it seems mundane in the grand scheme of things, but my bed was something that's been on my mind for the last few weeks, ever since it was in an attempt to vacuum the carpet underneath the bed frame, that it was found that the the bed frame and the mattress are both wobbly, and to head off the inevitable of them both falling apart, it was determined that I would replace both. Knowing me and the depth of this decision, I panicked almost immediately, because I'm like, oh my god, I have no idea what I'm doing, and this is my decision, despite everyone chiming in and keeping the pressure on me to make sure this got done. And it didn't help seeing the price tags of everything. Didn't help either, because unlike my travels, yeah, those come with a heavy price tag too. And I do like groan, especially when it comes to the single supplement coming around. But I tend to forget it the moment I step out of from the street to the airport terminal, and end up having the time of my life. This, on the scale of life, is a bit more important than that, because this is where I sleep and lie down and try to find some degree of comfort every day. Even though for a while the mattress has been dipping and body's been aching as a result. Well, at least like this week anyway, both of those issues are in the process of being settled. I channeled my frustration into that poem, just literally like typing it on my notes section of my phone. And as I got on site, I got enamored by all the poetry being spoken, envious even, because even I could not like flow as gracefully as all the poets that were reading on the various stages. It's almost like, who am I to be doing this? And as I found the stage at the end of the site, I wasn't sure until the very moment I came up to the person holding the sign up sheet. I wasn't sure if I was going to do it. And I think it might have been the glass of kava, the cup of kava in me that decided, okay, like, you're in a friendly territory. No one's going to boo you or make fun of you if you read your poem. You might as well go for it. And I did. And I felt such a sense of relief when I was done that I actually did this wonderful thing. Even though, like, in the grand scheme of things, it probably isn't nearly as big of a deal as I'm making it out to be. That and the fact that there's no video footage that exists of me reading this poem, so I decided, okay, I might as well read it myself. That way I could just, that way it actually exists in the universe. That something that I'm more proud of than I probably should be happened. And it just brings it back around, the whole fear of being on camera. I managed to conquer that. And now I managed to take the first step to conquering my fear of reading my poetry in front of live audiences. As, as our stories need to be seen and heard. And so is this one. Well, everyone, that's it for this week's video. Hope all of you have a wonderful Friday and an amazing weekend, and I'll talk to you guys again next week. Good night, everybody.